Hello YouTube people. So as you can see by the title, this is going to be my first video on this channel, and I'm going to be talking about one of my first experiences in college with a roommate. And before I really get started, I just want to preface that just a PSA for everybody: when you first get into college, or if you're just first getting a new roommate, you're bound to find problems with people. It's like a shared consciousness of like everybody who gets into college to have like some type of situation or problem, even though throughout high school you may have never had an issue with anybody ever. But this story in particular was just a little way too out of bounds for me, so I'm just gonna share it and get right into it. Okay, so first, let's give this person a fake name. I'm gonna name her Little Moose. And Little Moose and I didn't really interact at all over the summer before our move-in date. And this was because our school didn't really tell us anything or give us an email for each other until a few weeks prior. So, of course, when I noticed that I actually had a roommate and I wasn't by myself, I was freaking out and I messaged her. And at first the messages were fine. We were just going back and forth. We both shared like interest in arts and crafts. She did lashes. I loved doing paintings and doing stuff. So we were just talking about how we could mutually help each other out. I started getting more interested in makeup and I was willing to do her makeup as well. So fast forward, I was the first one to get to our dorm, and then shortly after that I met her and her family and everything seemed fine. They were chill people. We were normal roommates for the most part. We did stuff together, hung out, and of course we started talking to each other more and more about things in our life. But after we got into a friend group and men were involved, stuff started to go left quickly. I mean quickly. Like, starting off, we were all in a tiny friend group. She kind of met these other people, and then vicariously I started talking to them. And I started to notice that when we were in this friend group, especially there was like 2 or more men, she would get more and more upset anytime the attention wasn't on her. I immediately chalked it up to her just being immature because she was the youngest out of all of us in the friend group. And her age probably had something to do with a lot of the things she continued on to do. The first red flag that I really had a problem with, and what stemmed from our like violent beef, was the fact that she would just allow guys in our room without asking me. We had this guy friend, let's call him TJ, and she would just allow him to come in our room whenever he wanted. I could be changing or doing something important, or just like in my panties and bra, because it's my room, and he would just walk in and sit down on my desk. And when I confronted her about it on the other times that I was uncomfortable, because this same guy TJ had told me and made it clear to her as well that he had some romantic interest in me, she chalked it up to it being nothing. And not to mention, other situations would happen where he would just like be a freak, and not in the good way. And she would encourage him to be freaky towards me. And I finally had to put a stop to him coming to my room when one day I was in my birthday suit, changing in my room, and he just walked in our dorm and saw me. And I created an issue about it, because who do you think you are? Next, the second red flag that Little Moose had was that she would get upset and storm off anytime she didn't get her way. Even when I would meet new people that she would like introduce me to, she would always somehow get upset at something when not all the intention was purely on her. I think she had a behavioral issue, but that's not my tea to clock right now. Back to topic, she did have an attitude problem. This one time, I think she got a phone call that she didn't like, and she legitimately did not talk to anyone in the group for the whole day, and was upset anytime someone tried to talk to her. But then as soon as a guy in the friend group would talk to her, she would open up to them. It was insane. There's this one specific time where she didn't get her way, when we were all out, and where I go to college, there's a big downtown area, and most of the time the clubs have promoters and cards that they give out to people that you can use to like check out, I'm assuming, when you go into the clubs. And me and my other friend, I'm just gonna call her Jay, walking back from the market, got cards from somebody in passing. And I'll admit, while she was there, she was a little pressed, and we all used to joke. So I was joking around, being like, you're too young to get in, twin, basically. And I don't know if I've said this before, but that is just factually correct. She was too young to get in. And we all used to joke with each other like that. But this time, she had a blowout. She was storming off, going back to our dorm, didn't talk to me or my friend Jay for the rest of the day, and only later did I find out she was upset and talking about me to the same guy that she would let into our room 24/7. And she finally said that she was upset about it. Now, this previous red flag is actually what started this whole situation and this forever beef that she has with me. So, from what I can remember, she was basically confronted, not by me, but by my friend Jay and my other friend named TJ. And he was very upset at her because of her behavior in general. I can't remember off the top of my head, but she was doing a bunch of weird stuff to everybody in the friend group, and I think everyone was full of it. And we were in front of like a lounge area in front of our like market, and we were talking to her about it, and she had a problem specifically with my other friend Jay for some apparent reason. And because everyone was confronting her, and she was also on the phone with her sister at the time, whom was egging her on, she got kind of slick mouth with me and my friend for no apparent reason. And it all exploded because I told her to her face that she needs to stop bullying people and being mean to people for no reason. She literally exploded at my friend Jay for saying something to her, but she didn't explode at the other guy for saying anything to her when it was his like idea to confront her. And me saying this made her angry. You could practically see the steam coming off her head, and she started running away from all of us while we were still trying to talk, and she went back to the dorm but took this guy friend TJ with her. And at first I was just like, this is another one of her like little tantrums, so I didn't really immediately go and find her. I just let her go back to the dorm. But by the time our hangout was done and I came back, I could hear her yelling through the door, and she was talking about me with her sister on the phone. And her sister was talking about wanting to fight me with a quote-unquote weapon. I won't say exactly what. And the same guy friend was on the bed and was just like listening to her rant. And as soon as I came in, because it's my dorm, I got handed a phone. And keep in mind, this sister is like 27. At the time, I was like freshly 18, and she was talking about how they had quote-unquote weapons in their house. So, of course, I wasn't just gonna let her like boss me around. I low-key told her about herself. Push came to shove overall, I told her, like, you're acting crazy. You and your family are crazy. Like, what is wrong with you? And she was on the bed and she jumped up with this big scene, like yelling at me, like pumping her like fist in her hands. And the guy put himself in between us. He was a fairly big dude. He was like 6'3" or whatever, and held her back like she was gonna do something to me. And fast forward, she moved freely out of the room. It was just too uncomfortable in there. But it's crazy how she didn't get put out, considering I got threatened by not only her, but her family. And that's a whole nother story because the admins at my school suck. But let's continue. She moved somewhere else on campus, and I never really saw her that much. But when I would, like passing through classes or on main campus, I would definitely get the craziest dirty looks from her, but nothing else, because she's scary a little bit. I knew from the grapevine that she was talking about me and saying like offhanded stuff, but I really didn't let it bother me because ultimately I did nothing to her. All I did was tell her to stop bullying people, and she was a terrible roommate and very jealous at that of anybody. But oh wait, I forgot to add something crazy. Little Miss Moose was going around telling people that I was the one trying to attack her, and I started the situation saying I wanted to fight her. That was her first lie, which, you know, of course, people in college love drama, so they immediately take the side of anybody who talks to them first. But then I was okay, she's lying to like self-soothe about the situation, okay. But then I found out she was going around telling people that I had a twin brother, this random light-skinned dude on campus, saying he was my twin brother, and also telling people, mind you, I'm an only child, telling people that I had like men going in and out the dorm all hours of the day, waking her up, and that I was simultaneously lazy and never left the dorm and was like a bum. I don't know why she had felt the need to tell people that. Like, there would be people who would come up to her and like talk about me and be like, oh, like I love Bev. I love her. She's so cool. And she would go out her way to talk about, oh, yeah, she's cool, but she's a terrible person. Like, girl, leave me alone. Overall, I will never, ever, ever, ever get another roommate. I hope I never have another roommate, or a randomized one at that. And I'm taking this with caution because I still see her every other day, and Little Moose, she still hates me. So hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I had to leave some stuff out because I don't think YouTube would be happy with me posting that. But yeah, see you guys later.